Well, I just learned a hard lesson. I knew that getting sick with the plague, with the blood plague, was the one thing that threatened us. Oz is gone. Rest in peace, Oz. She was going to prove herself as the ultimate survivor, and she could not. Alas. This is kind of like the afflicted warlord in the sense that I get the feeling that the game is not meant to be played this way. Here's what I'm thinking. We don't take anybody in. Finn, Grace, the two that I thought about. Neither of them. I'm going to go with the same thing. Warlord and Traitor. Even though Traitor, I'm kind of annoyed that it like missions, and I just feel like a permanent enclave would be cool. I could go with that. The high quality loot once per day. My theory is this is still a speed run. And I'm going to do this with characters that I am not attached to. I want a driver. And whoever my driver is going to be the guy. Drivers can make repair kits. Fitness boxer. I think that just affects the hero status. There's cooking. I mean, honestly, fine. A driver and a cook, so we can make espresso all the time. There's this part of me, hygiene, but house had black mold, that feels like maybe it's better to just stay in the starter base. Maybe this is a playthrough where it's best off done in the starter base. And with this level of fuck it, there's no reason not to try to take this to the max. And there's sewing. Oh, I'm gonna have to build her again in the community editor whenever it comes back. A character like her. Man, that one hurt. That one hurt. I think that gardening, didn't I put a gardener in there? That's a mistake. I really like the whole gardening tree, but does heavy lifting. There we go. Political science wouldn't be too bad. Just for some influence, but that's again thinking long term. My strat is still 100%. We just gotta go. There it is. I think this is, oh, okay. And then I think oh, there was another driver. Shit. If I get a better driver, I'm gonna take it. Sewing, quilter, resilient. That's pretty good. Keeps hidden pockets. See, that's what Oz had naturally. That's why she was special. She had sewing and she kept hidden pockets. And sleep anywhere, hospice nurse, blogger. And sleep anywhere is actually worth because we get more beds, which will help us with stamina. Recycling is good for construction per day. Computers, Dolorious, I believe, means depressed. Every time I see it, I have to look it up. So I'm gonna have to start using it in a sentence. But yeah, feeling or expressing great sorrow or distress. Hunter is Dolorious after she wasted material. There's Marky Mark. Honestly, fishing in a playthrough like this, if we're going for speed, would be about one of the best. He's hardy. There's another driver. Sore neck, though. There's cooking. Always packed a lunch. I bet that means that she gets meal planning. There's a boogie grandma for you. Hmm. The knowledge of medicine. Here's what, hold on, I've got an idea. This might be a little bit too much work for something that we'll be doing multiple times, but what I actually want, I don't know what shopping does. I don't know how that's a skill either. I guess it would be if you wheel and deal. Lol. Oh, there's another angsty. She has more health though, and more stamina, which is gonna be damned important. Angsty. Why is that like a good skill? Okay, 2 wiki skills. Oh wait, we want traits. Sorry. I believe I'm recording right now. I'm just making you guys a part of this, since we don't get to record together here too often. Angsty can become frustrated. No, why is she better? Spry. Fights defensively is actually excellent. It's excellent. And I bet spry is good too, because spry, you know, you're healthy. You got to bounce in your step. Doesn't seem to affect. Breaks the tension. Oh, okay. Busybody that takes naps. I want tattoos and I want bartending. Now I won't go at this too long, but this is where like I almost wish that the whole community editor style thing was here. You could just, you get characters, you roll them, and then you could just pick and choose what you really need in there. You couldn't do like the community editor and add more than 4 or whatever, but in this initial screen, you could probably, you know, let people build pretty much what they want, because that's what this does if you're willing to sit there and do this all day. Now there's hairdressing. Hairdressing is knowledge of chemistry though, which could be okay. But really we just want the knowledge of medicine. Does knowledge of, what's the benefit? It's cheaper to craft things. Like, I don't think you can craft those computers. What, is there any fifth skill that actually gives you computer knowledge? Hacking. But we all know that's like the best. Knowledge of nutrition. Who gets knowledge of, oh, gut packing. Can't sleep alone. That's not good. What does animal facts do? No useful effects. Why not? That should be a morale bonus. Sports trivia is a morale bonus. All the other comedies a morale bonus. Movie trivia is a morale bonus. I think it should give you a knowledge of medicine or something. I don't like that that's useless. Sewing. We already know how that went. Fishing is tempting. Food per day would be a big help. I wouldn't have to think about anything. But I don't think fishing includes the knowledge of cooking. I mean, definitely not. It's just one of those things. Sorry, I know this is taking a long time. Soundproofing is actually excellent. It's taken a while, and I know that I'll probably... See, movie trivia actually has all these, like, benefits. If I look it up right now. This is why I think this is kind of silly. You get 50 experience rate and 6 morale. But you don't from animal trivia. Hated Thanksgiving. That's actually a boon. What does Halo Champion do? Again. Traits. Halo Champion. You get formal recognition, standing rewards bonus. That's okay, but the driver's gonna get that pretty fast anyway, just from doing stuff. And this person has a little bit more health. Hated Thanksgiving. That's quiet time. Yeah, that's better for us, actually. I mean, we really want to min-max that character, since it's going to be a Randy. It's the only way to do it, because we're going to lose so many damn people. That... It keeps putting sewing in there, I think, just to mock me. There's the unfortunate animal facts person. It's always the one thing you want that becomes suddenly rare. Making coffee. Here we go. That's basically what we need. Oh, make barista gives you making coffee. A cork skill making coffee. That's just as good as. Oh, mine is 25% fatigue severity community. Probably a hero bonus though. And they get cooking and knowledge of coffee prep. Sweet. So making coffee is huge, and another Halo champion for some reason. And then we could go fishing. I mean, fishing would kind of make sense in the sense that we need food to make it. All right, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going with a short-term kind of speedrun community. Okay, good. I was recording because I feel like that stuff was at least somewhat relevant. And hey, man, I just took this on the chin.
And we're empty. Again.
Okay.
So,
It hurt.
to find more fuel.
Not me. Last
I really
time
believed in Oz.
barrel.
I really did.
I have a
Well, the good thing is, I guess it happened early. And I learned. And this is quickly revealing itself to be like the challenge. Look at this. This is already much harder. A screamer.
Maybe we should
Oh,
just
there we go. We got the best start, though.
maybe we should just take the next place we come across.
That is literally the best start. Food
Let's do this the right way.
and material.
Find someplace safe.
Now, we won't have a 50 cal. That's going to be tough. And we need to think, is this our driver? Us making coffee, so she won't be our warrior.
Here's hoping this town is entirely abandoned.
I don't know that I'm going to switch bases.
water nearby.
Because, well, I need a large slot to legacy. I'm going to wait a lot longer. I can tell you that much. He obviously sees us. And he's going to start running, and then we're going to have to run. Look at his big, saggy man tits. You know they're man tits, but they have no springiness to them. There's no life in them. They're just molting off of his body. And we went with Warlord, and we went with... We really wanted to be stupid, no boons, but that's just too much. We're already stacking a bunch of shit on. The good news is we can hopefully get a powerhouse. This powerhouse will lower it down to 3 freaking...
So much for not attracting.
Oh, those guys are already infected. That's real good. And I know that guy's our driver, so perfect. I mean, Blood Plague is a serious fucking issue. We know that. Oz, the mighty Oz, the buffed beyond comprehension Oz.
Catch my breath.
Oz, the ultimate looter, runner.
Fighting.
She's the person you send in to clear a town out if you want its goods. She succumbed to the virus. So whoever is our lone wolf, our hero of heroes. See, I wish, for the sake of speed, because I assume there's going to be a lot of loss. And the reason I started the community all over is because, in my mind, it's not a lone wolf legacy
Now is claimed.
if that person doesn't literally do everything. See, this comes with an infirmary, though. So I think we don't change the base until the last. That was the first mistake I made. Oh, he didn't actually get affected.
Gear is unpacked. Feel free to
Affected by all that shite.
After everything your people
And with all this,
help you out.
they get 4 food per day even with that.
Our first priority.
The only thing that I could change here, I mean, definitely fishing, but I think I like the idea that fishing, this is being very optimistic,
I'm looking to do some trading.
that fishing is... It's too much for this damn painkiller, so just take the rucks. Fishing makes food, and we need food to make coffee and espresso. But having a computer expert to get us more outposts, more safe areas, yeah, that's That's gonna be something that we'll figure it as we go. I didn't want this playthrough to take too long. I really thought it'd be a speed run. I knew it was gonna be hard as hell, and I knew even better after we filmed that first one that it's gonna be even harder than I thought. But I didn't think it would take many episodes because the whole focus is really on. This is like the coolest thing about the Providence Ridge starter base. Like, I would totally sleep here in the zombie apocalypse. This is the place to sleep, up in a fire tower.
Well, this is going okay so far.
Cool shit. I probably underutilized the Warlord stuff. Oh, we'll get a 50 cap from that, won't we? That'll help us. But without a silencer... Man, we got clobbered on that. What are we missing here?
That's enough for now.
Yeah, loot everything that's close to us first. And kill all the hearts that are close to us. And only move to another area when we're really, really good and ready. But still somehow also maintaining the whole speedrun strategy. See, it's not going to be easy. In any capacity, this will not be an easy concept.
Now that's heavy.
I mean, shit, really.
We're done. Sweet. It's time to get building.
Now we got to get a workshop going.
Infirmary would be a good place to start.
The fact this comes with an infirmary, though, is actually huge. That kind of screwed us. It actually did screw us, to be fully honest. Oh, he starts running away. That's kind of shitty.
We need a hand over here. Strength in numbers, right?
Shouldn't take me too long to get there.
We're gonna need a heavy weapon.
That's a relief.
We had that heavy weapon to... Oh my god. To start, and that was helpful. With the Oz run. Okay, the good thing is they should be attracted to him. He's the one down there making all that damn noise. Now, this is our driver. Now, that's huge because he gets knowledge of mechanics, stealth while driving, fuel efficiency, vehicle fuel efficiency, endurance, stealth is actually big as well. Now, don't tell me it's only mobile operations that gets the knowledge of mechanics. I thought this was like any other quirk skill, and it also comes along with, like, making coffee gives you knowledge of cooking, and tattoos, for whatever reason, give you knowledge of medicine, but animal facts don't give you anything. They should not have a useless quirk skill. That's just bad, especially since you can't unlearn quirk skills. If I ever do an afflicted run again, though, unless they change that Witch Undead Labs, if you're out there, you should change that. I think that's silly. That's my opinion on that, yo. Either make it so we can unlearn quirk skills or put a fifth skill in there. I think that, again, there should be, this looks so good on the Mage Well and yet so not good for some reason. It looks fine. It just doesn't look like we did this massive update and hired this third-party company, different company to come in and do this. Like, that big. Oddly enough, this is not plague territory. This will be, man, this is going to be really tricky. Like, the lone community would be a more conceptually wise challenge, because you would at least get to rest your characters. This combination of things is just what it... Oh, he's already 3/4 infected. Now, to be fair, at least he hasn't killed a heart, so I wouldn't have to restart the whole gang. Oh my god. Which might mean that it's better to run with a leveled character, but that would also, I think, see every character I've had come to an end. Like, probably my whole legacy pool will be destroyed, because the first thing you got to realize about State of Decay 2, I mean to put this in the lethal guide, is it's not an action adventure game. It's a survival horror game. It's a strategy simulation game. If you don't kill a plague juggernaut with your guy in melee, that's because you're not supposed to be able to do that. If you put yourself in a situation in the real world where you had, you know, a 500 or whatever, a 25-foot tall zombie, you wouldn't fuck with it. And if you'd fuck with it, you'd probably get ripped in half like happens in the game. And that's sort of the point, unless you have some crazy firepower. Now, you can still do it. That being said, I mean, like,
What's up?
you get into Dread.
The safest way to collect samples is by killing plague zombies.
See, we can't even make...
The best place to find them is in the territory around a plague heart.
I don't know if I should have given him chemicals. That was probably stupid of me.
Infect their whole environment.
Oh, well. I wanted this shit.
Or you could just destroy the plague heart itself to get a bunch of samples. That's more dangerous.
Look how expensive that gas is.
You'd better gear up before you get started on this one.
Yeah.
Helping out like this is a good way to make friends.
The locales. What a weird name.
Let's hope this pays off. We could use allies out here.
I'm going to go and outpost that gas station. That's not going to hurt anything.
You shouldn't have.
Greasy Automotive Magazine has extraordinarily high trade value.
Let's tackle.
Interesting.
Sounds good.
I'm kind of mad at myself for getting rid of those chemicals. We could have used that, especially if we get to go the crafting route. So this guy's got to figure out how to kill his first heart. And I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, one, I want a heavy weapon. I'm going to have to loot till I find a heavy weapon. Two, what happened to... in general, what happened to silencers showing up in the loot pool? More challenging is I can't actually make a plague cure, which he already needs. One bite pretty much set him up for plague cure, which is ridiculous.
Okay.
Really the whole idea, or if you have a quirk skill, you should be able to learn another skill.
It is.
I could get behind that too.
Make it even better.
I'm pretty sure you can't make plague cure yet. No, you can. Okay. All right. I don't know where I'd farm a whole bunch of them out though.
Plague
This is already a much slower start than what we got with Oz. That thing's cool, but until we can actually get it to base. Well, best thing I know to do is just start looting. Start looting. And hope that we come across...
I have eyes on a plague screamer.
heavy weapon. Now him...
Watch the pharaoh.
This is already going to be...
Go for the head.
See, now that makes all kinds of freaking noise. Okay, it could have been a lot worse, but still.
Screamer. Now. I have to rest.
Where's the other screamer? How many screamers are there out here, damn it? Okay, that one's not even paying attention. I'm not worried about that. Ah. I was really trying the old serpentine method. Leveling's gonna help a bunch. Dropping this ruck off. I'm really stalling for time. This is just so much harder already. With Oz, she was already heavy weapon, already leveled up. It was like, all right, let's just start plowing away at hearts. With the loss of Oz and the loss of that community, it's not just speed run the hearts anymore. As much as I think that that is necessary to do this, we can't even mobilize for hearts. We could. He would die, though. He would die. He would get infected. On many levels. I mean, maybe I have enough grenades. That might be the temporary saving grace here. Gotta be smart. And a lot of capacities here. But this is where I want to see the game improve. If
That's the last of them.
if I throw one of these zombies down a hill, which I'm trying to do, that should carry a whole lot of force in it. Physics. I want a better physics engine in State of Decay 3. Throw them into a wall real hard, their head should crack. You throw them down a hill, they should fall down that hill and break their jaw open. It's gonna take all day because it's unlethal. Just see, that should have popped that bloater. Okay, good, it did. That's what should have happened there. That was almost a mistake though, because it made a lot of noise, and I can't kill her. I've never seen them do that before. He actually hit the zombie that was down on the ground. Now, if that guy happens to go into the red mist there, he'll also die. He dies and he hasn't killed a heart. I think, excuse me, my, that's lucky. That was lucky. I think I'll go with a fishing girl. But I'm honestly going to try that heart in a second. I'm going to loot a little bit more, and I'm just going to take all those frag grenades and try to kill a heart. That's going to be the way we get samples. We need enough samples to make at least one cure, just to move again. Some people would go for marathon stealth here. I don't think that's a bad option. That looks a lot better on the Mage Well again than it does the Xbox. That's really, really sharp. Most people would probably go for marathon and stealth, but powerhouse is what I want. I want the ability to kill ferals, and I want the ability to kill hearts. Beyond that, when it comes to weapon skill,
Maybe they'll find someone even louder to eat.
probably striking or swordplay. And I'm leaning towards swordplay. Need a way to get standing executions. The thing I'm doing stupid right now, anybody could call me out on it, is I'm not slow searching. I'm being way too impatient, playing like I got a leveled character when I don't. I'm only lucky that this is in non-plague territory and it's working like non-plague territory. And into the void we go. Did day one just turn over? Oh god, don't tell me that stuff. Okay, if that stuff breaks down, I'm in so much trouble.
I found everything I'm gonna find.
Of course, the issue out here is there isn't a whole lot of opportunity. The pocket's already full because we don't have a big backpack, etc. It's really like we just got to try to find what's good because we can. Oh, this is good right here, but we'll have to come back for it, which is going to take time. Well, we level up our cardio in the meantime. We can grab some wits XP in the meantime. It's going to be a lot of back and forth like this. I saved you guys a lot of this with the Afflicted Warlord. And a little bit in Homecoming because I put everything on a pause with the siege trick. But you're getting saved less of it this time because this is going to be the last substantial State of Decay content for some time. I've got some other cleanup projects I want to get done this year. I'm kind of like really focusing my efforts on cleaning up my backlog as much as possible while I'm away from the stream. That might even include Borderlands, I hope. It just depends on how long this hiatus takes. You know, and I gotta stay motivated. I gotta be honest. The fact that it took me 2 years to make that Apex Legends capstone. Somewhat, I mean. It was about 60 hours effort. But I played the game 2 years to get to that point. I didn't have to, I suppose. I don't know. I try to really be thorough. You know, I got 4 views and those were my own views. And I like was complaining to my grandma about it. Like, yeah. She's like, oh my. And I just realized she like has no idea what I'm talking about. Which is not her fault. I don't blame her for that. That's not, you know, it's a generation thing. Yeah. But I also promised no quitters, and I do mean that. And it's just a matter of whether I feel like doing it. I still feel like doing it. I just got to be making some money. And here is what I'm thinking right now. With a non-operational car and running back and forth, or at least leveling the old cardio skill up as we walk into plague territory. Man, that heart just had to be way up the street too, so I can't even run these people back over here.
Where should I put this?
The issue that I'm having
Let's haggle. Of course.
is we still don't have a heavy weapon. So like I said, I'm gonna just like bombard it with grenades, but then there's the matter of noise. But what we need to do here, what I'm now thinking, oh, okay. Oh my God. Ugh. We need to utilize no retreat, says Mr. Kitty. Some of our tactics that we learned when we did speedrunning in this game. And that is, we need to figure out the vantage points for the hearts. The corners, the angles that will allow us without, oh my God. I only ever use firecrackers as an igniter. I'm tempted to use them as a distraction here, but
Where should I put this?
I don't think it'll get us anywhere.
Got a weird one here.
What kind of weird one? All right, Screamer, that's fine. Oh, we still gotta go to it. We still gotta go a whole row of houses up here. I don't think that this would be a challenge that's possible without plague zones. No matter how hard, I'm not gonna fast search here. I shouldn't be searching at all. The pocket's already full, but I'm thinking if I see a repair kit, that at least gives me a way out if I could drive a car up here. Nope. Gonna bombard it with grenades, and I'm thinking we need to utilize our speedrunning technique rather than actually get ourselves behind enemy lines and put ourselves in the house and plant ourselves. See, I wonder if we can't just, I need to knock this window out. Can that be done with melee?
You never do get used to the smell.
Oh.
Fire in the hole! Now that worked great.
He says that worked great, but the good thing is this first heart is never too crazy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 hits with a bladed weapon compared to 7 or 3 with a heavy. Big difference. On this first one, it doesn't seem to spawn a feral either. Like, this first heart really is a lightweight, thankfully. So we can at least craft. And they talked about this on the stream one time. Their whole idea was to not make you intimidated by it. I think we're only at 2 out of 3.
It's damaged. Just gotta keep at it.
Hope that helps. The reason I'm not using the frag grenades is because for some reason, again, this is like not getting completely out of hand for the moment. So I'm taking advantage. I don't have a blunt weapon on me. I was gonna do an experiment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will say that the heart looks better. I noticed that when I went back and watched the recording, but see, I can only really see it on the recording. I think I'm at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, we have trouble now. No stamina. And every hit matters right now. This close to infection. This will clear a little section of play territory, though. We need that. That repair kit's huge. I dropped these firecrackers for now and a heavy weapon. And this.
A lot of stuff.
So at least I can carry some shit out of here.
No way I can fit this.
And that is actually equally huge. That little 35 round 22 caliber rifle. That'll definitely come in handy. And I'm going to drop this and equip that as a result. I just would like a silencer. Okay, cool. We got a heart done. Let's call it an episode.